Welcome back again, everyone. We got 4 of these Gundam Converges to go over today. We're going to start with TurnX and then move up the numerical order of the releases here. So let's get these out of the way for now. Bought this one loose, of course. So, let's see. This is Gundam Fandom, and TurnX is... I don't know if this one was designed by Sid Mead or not, but this is apparently discovered on the moon. That's what they're showing here. It's got some sort of crazy backpack with a bunch of weapons in the back of it, and I guess that's all I really cared to learn about it. So, and then what series? Turn A Gundam. So I guess in that cartoon show, which I haven't seen. And maybe that's an image from it. Alright, so in the Converge lineup, excuse me, this is figure number 100. Obviously it's used. This goes into the trash. And this Converge number 100 would have been in Converge series set 17. So usually the waves, wave 17, there might be 6 or maybe 8 different figures from my understanding. Alright, looking at this guy, it's a really funky design. You know, it definitely looks like the Turn A. Its ancestry or sister mech. And it's got that Sid Mead style to it, straight lines and yet curves as well. And the way they painted it, the torso is like a dark gray, and then the rest of it's kind of like a cream color. This backpack is a separate piece. And what's cool is these are separate pieces here. There's like a pistol here. It says writing on it, 21B or something. But it stores in the backpack, and then this thing, I don't know, it looks like a handle with 3 barrels on it. I don't know if that's a missile launcher or a rocket launcher or something, but it's a really funky way for it to fit too. I don't even know how I pulled that out or put it back in. That can't be right. Oh, I think maybe the handle actually goes in this hole. Yeah, I'm a moron. I don't even know how I had that in there. Oh, maybe it was like that. Anyways. Oh, I see. Maybe it's supposed to go like that. No. Alright, I think it's supposed to go like that. Alright, so then down here, there's even a pistol. And again, it says 2LD or something? 2LD? But the pistol actually comes out as a tiny futuristic pistol. It looks like something from Star Trek or something. Boy, it's so small I can't even focus. There we go. Look at that thing. That thing's tiny. So that's cool that none of these are lost. I bought it loose. I bought so many figures now loose, but they're missing antenna and stuff because I don't pick up on it when I buy them in the shop. So I might buy them again and get all the parts. It's kind of silly. Anyways, a whole lot of weird greebly details and stuff, kind of like Star Wars and stuff. I almost feel like there's probably a part missing, and it belongs right here, like a bazooka, based on that JPEG back there. So maybe I am missing something. You know, I gotta check the internet. Darn it, I am missing something. So apparently, this big wide thing goes in here, like this. But that means I'm missing some sort of gun that belongs here. That thing right there. So I gotta stop buying loose figures because I simply don't have the patience to look up these images and see if it's all there at the shop. Or, darn it, I might have to buy this whole thing again. Well, anyways, we'll continue on and finish the review of this. But keep in mind, buying loose figures, you might be missing something. There's so many little parts on details on these little guys. So, does his head come apart? I wonder. Inside there, it looks like there's some yellow lenses. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty neat, actually. It's not just yellow paint. It's actually a clear yellow lens for the eyes. Very cool. And it's a round peg and a hex, or what used to be a hexagonal hole. And then the shoulders here, they pivot round and round on that. This gun is just attached. Oh, does this come out? Oh, so I am not missing something. Ah, that's nice. That's a real refreshing feeling to know that you don't have to buy something twice. Looking at the image, I guess the handle it's supposed to maybe go in through there? Or, I think it's supposed to go in like that. Okay. So that thing goes here. It's interesting that the crest of the head fits between the backpack there. And then, yeah, alright. I'm so happy. I was getting angry at myself. So this little thing is a separate hand, and you can see it opens up, and it has this little blast effect. So that just pegs in. And so naturally you can remove the closed fist, or whatever you'd want to call that thing, and then peg this in here. Oddly, it's got an L-shaped peg. I don't know why this wouldn't just be round. I guess maybe it's because the hand isn't symmetric, so they actually want you to maintain the actual position. So there, I guess that's supposed to be on the outside there. I don't know, I would have been just as happy if it was round so you could spin it around. So there you go, an action shot, and he's loaded up with 4 additional weapons in his backpack. This might be, so to date, my coolest Gundam Converge figure. It's got a lot of parts. It's a really funky design. It's got the cool translucent eyes, and then this giant translucent thing. It's such a strange design. Look at this heel, yet the toes are here, and it's just a weird one. There are some pegs here, but I don't see anything attached to them in these images here, so alright, so I'm gonna have to put that in a baggie. I'm gonna display him like that. It's kind of weird, but maybe you could actually put his other hand into this hand. So it's almost like he cut off his hand and he's picked it up again. Or it's like he's got a soft serve ice cream cone. I don't know why I'm calling a robot a he, but okay, so if you don't want to lose a piece, you can jam it into its hand. Alright, well, let's put that aside for now. Let me reset. Okay, so the next one here would, well, it's been opened, so hopefully all the parts are in there. So this is number 17, so very early in the Converge series, wave 18 I believe, but it hasn't revived, so they've reissued it. I think that's what that logo means, they reissue it. So this is the Common Grunt. This is also from Bandai 2015. According to this website here, it is the first mass-produced mobile suit by the Earth Federation, and it first appears in Mobile Suit Gundam, which I believe is the first animation. So, yeah, I'm not going to expect much. It's just a basic base unit. So let's open this box and hope there's other stuff in here. So this one I bought loose, and it didn't have the antenna, but I didn't know it at the time. So it was a real shame. I'm not going to review it. I'm probably going to end up buying it again. Alright, so it's in a bag, so hopefully all the pieces are there. If they're not, it's Bandai's fault, not the previous owner's fault. I don't know, so I got a beam sword here. I got the silly foot stand. So if you're new to collecting these Converge figures like I am, the earlier waves came with these foot stands, which is just ridiculous. They just cover up so much of the model. I mean, it helps to stand, but the thing is, it stands without it, right? So it's just a waste of plastic. Could have been used, that plastic could have been a nicer accessory or something. So this shield, this feels rigid. I think this is like ABS plastic. And there's details on the inside, and it's nice that they painted the yellow cross here, and then obviously there's some molded details, recesses and stuff there. I guess I'll leave it off for now. This hand here is molded into the arm. It's not going to spin. Unfortunately, this peg is annoying, but I'll display with the shield anyways. This thing will pivot, but the paint seems to be a little stuck, so I'm going to leave it alone. The torso does not pivot. The feet have some nice details painted red. And then this side, well, again, it will pivot, but you got to like pull it carefully so you don't tear the whole post apart. Alright, there it goes. It does tell you actually it's the right side. So seems like this guy only comes with this option here. And yeah, so it's interesting that they put the pegs on the arm instead of on the hand. That seems to be different from most of the other ones I've seen. The head details are really cool. Look at all these little nooks and crannies. And then there's some color back there. And then it tells you the suit number, RGM 79. And then it's got this really cool lens with a three-dimensional molding behind it painted silver. And then they matched that lens with that metallic paint there. They got some silver on these cannons or whatever in the head. And then some vent details there. I don't know, that probably should be colored there. Yeah, the legs aren't as detailed, but still pretty nice. The backpack is black and it's a separate piece. You might want to glue that in place after you detail it up. I'm going to detail this thing later, but after I detail them, I'm going to pretty much glue them together, except for the parts that want to move. Although this head, I don't think this head, man, that thing doesn't want to move at all. So either the paint stuck or maybe it's just not meant to move anyways. But there's nothing colliding with the head, so I kind of feel like it's supposed to be a separate piece. Oh well, I can't get it off, so. I feel like a lot of times these pegs are too big for the holes as well, so you might want to scrape some paint off, or maybe put some oil into the hole. That might be helpful, because it could flow at that groove. But one thing for sure, that's not going to fall off. Alright, so the highlight of this guy is definitely that visor. That's why I got it. I ride motorbikes. I used to ride real motorcycles. Now I just ride a scooter. But I still wear a helmet. So I like helmeted figures. This almost looks like a human being instead of a giant 20-meter tall robot. Okay. Okay, the next one here says it's se.dj.1r, known as the Dijeh SER. And what else does this say? It's a prototype general purpose mobile suit, and not much else. It's just saying a high performance prototype machine. Okay. And it appeared as part of the ZMSV series. I couldn't find anime images, but this is from a video game, and it looks pretty awesome in that video game. Alright, so from the Converge lineup, though, this is number, what? I hate all these numbers. They're not on a part of the box where you can read it. You always have to look at the top. I was going to guess that's 196, but no, it's 106. So it would be smart if they just put the number over here next to the unit, right? Anyways, it's from 2015. And so this would be from Series 18, and same as that guy. And then here are the other figures. Again, I talked about that with no antenna. Ah, boy, I hope it's all in there. It looks like it's been opened. I don't understand why someone would open a box but not open the bag. You know, it's not a blind chase. You know what's supposed to be in the box, so it's kind of weird. But I am grateful that it's in this plastic bag, so hopefully it should have everything that it's supposed to have. Okay, so that's everything. Here's that foot thing again, which I just threw away. Okay, let's just look at it piece by piece as I put it together. So the bottom of the feet, and sadly it looks like there's some paint missing on this toe. A little QC problem. Not much detail on the bottom of this one. We got some cool hoses though, and they're dangling in the air, so that's cool. Some great paint. Yeah, there's two sets of hoses running to those shins. There's a little gap there. Thrusters are kind of weak. Could have been molded deeper, I think. That would have been nice, but at least you got a little recess. You can add some paint in there. I don't know what that is. That's probably a thruster. That's a pretty cool thruster. Wish it was molded deeper though. Then this side skirt is pretty interesting. It's a separate piece, which you might want to glue in place later after you detail it, but it's got some red. Maybe that's a door for the pilot. Some nice yellow in the vents here. And then the arms, well, this one doesn't have an articulating hand, it's just part of the arm. But yeah, you got a round peg and hole. Okay, and then the back, yeah, it's got two receptacles for the backpack or something. This side here, the paint was sticking, but it managed to get loose, and this one has a separate hand with a round hole. Alright, so let's see the head now. The eyes, I think, are just painted green metallic. No separate plastic pieces, unfortunately, on that one. And then, yeah, green metallic paint here. Well, that's kind of hard to see on a green body. Red here. Not the best paint app on this red either. And an interesting head. There's some peg holes, so I don't know if something's supposed to stick in there or not, but there's no other pieces, so maybe not. Alright, well anyways, you can pose him. At least the head there. So now the backpack also has two flexible hoses, and then those mating pegs, and then cool, nice thrusters, and a little bit of gray in the thrusters as well. Yeah, so that's nice. And oh, I see, those go into the head, those hoses, and then the backpack goes into the back. So that's neat, very neat. I don't know if this is like a power pack or something and it powers up the head and the legs. I'm not sure, but this is turning out to be a lot cooler than I thought it would be. And then you got these shoulder things, some vents there. I don't know if these are just closed vents, maybe they're thrusters that open. And then it's got some spikes on it, so really cool looking medieval kind of armor on a giant robot. And because they're round holes and round pegs, you can actually move the armor to a separate angle, although it might look a little weird, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just better to... Although, well, there is a square, so I'm going to guess that square is supposed to go into the shoulder more. Anyways, yeah, that guy turned out pretty cool. And then we have this tiny little beam rifle or some sort of rifle. I've never seen this design. And that goes in here. And being a round handle, you can move its angle a little bit. And then also the hand, so you can get a good pose out of this gun. And with the arm, there you go. Alright, that's pretty awesome. That turned out a lot better than I thought it would be. Still not as good as the TurnX, but still pretty cool. Alright, one more to go. Okay, last one is from Converge Wave 20, and it's number 116 in the series. I'm not sure how you would pronounce this. Grimoire? Or Grimoire? Grimoire, if it's French, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it was featured in Gundam Reconquista in G, in the anime series I've never heard of. Mass production general purpose mobile suit, and interesting, it's actually powered by a battery, so they're thinking about, like, you know, electric vehicles now in the Bandai universe, I guess, which makes sense. Regular mobile suit for pirate corps and stuff like that, so okay. I just got it because it's really weird looking. Yeah, it's got like a UFO for a head. Alright, so this foot stand thing, let's get rid of that. And then, well, it's falling apart. So let's look at this gun first. And then look at this JPEG. It's like a whole family of robots. The whole appearance of them. Really funky ones. I wonder if they'll ever make these in Converge. I would get that one. That looks like a Zegok. It's pretty cool. Alright, well, it's a cool gun. I'm gonna guess that's the ammo mag. There's a drum mag, but it's in line with the gun, so it's quite interesting. And then the hand's part of it. Alright. So this arm, yeah, the arms do twist in the shoulders. And it's got like yellow, and it's not black. Well, I think it's supposed to be black, but I almost feel like it's a super dark brown instead of black. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting, a really dark brown. Okay. So, yeah, you can get a little bit of posing out of the shoulder area. This hand is just molded into the forearm, it's not moving. but the shoulder will move, and I'm gonna guess this is on a peg, this shield. So yeah, you can spin the shield a little bit. It's not a deep peg though, so you might want to crazy glue that in there, but there's actually details on the back side. I'm gonna put it on backwards, see what that looks like. It collides with the shoulder, so that's not gonna fly. Alright. The head, does it come off? It does. It's a hex up there and a pretty big peg down here. It would have been cool if they had jeweled eyes, though. You know, clear pink plastic would have been a lot nicer, I think. But no go. So you can get a little bit of posing there, but it doesn't, you know, it rests outside the collar like that. Whereas here, it will sink down a little bit more. Or you can get a few degrees inside the collar. Backpack, it seems to be pretty tightly fit. I'm sure it's a separate piece. And it says here GH901 or whatever that suit number is. GH001. Yeah, so it's nice that they tell you what the suit number is. So you can look it up online if you buy this without the packaging. Alright, looks like an ammo mag. A bunch of yellow in all the joints, it seems. It's interesting. The torso is like a drum. It's a cylindrical drum. It looks like a fidget spinner. Okay, some thrusters in the feet. I don't know what the deal is with that. Two lines going down the crotch. Maybe some thrusters or something with this yellow. Looks like it's made of mines or something. It's a really interesting, unique design. Like, even if it had a more normal head, it's a pretty interesting body. But it's really popping with this goofy contrast. The yellow, a little pink down here to try to blend it in. Yeah, it's something else, that's for sure. Okay, let me reset. Alright, some nice pleasant surprises on this one. Mostly I'm just really satisfied they don't have to buy that again. But this one turned out to be a lot cooler than expected. And this is pretty much what I expected to be cool. I guess this is the lamest of the bunch, but it definitely has the coolest eyes, you know, with the big giant visor on there. So they're all neat. And if this blade curvature bothers you, you can take it and put it in hot water or put it under a hairdryer and bend it straight. But I kind of like the curvature to it because that's what seems to happen in those animations. The blades, they curve. Alright. So thanks for watching today, and I will see you in the next Converge video.